The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and guess who this is?
Hello, hello.
How you been?
Good morning, y'all. I hope y'all are having a great morning. I'm good. I've been good.
Did you run anybody out the road trying to get here today?
Not quite, but I was burning up the pavement trying to get here. Let me just say,
What you got to say?
This is too early in the morning. So
Why?
it just is. I don't know. Whose idea was that to change it to 7 o'clock? I need to speak with them.
We done a negotiation with the television station.
Well, it is very early.
So did you have to get up like major to...
5 o'clock. I got up at 5 o'clock, and I was still pushing it to leave the house, so...
Candace, I had been up 2.5 hours at that point.
Look, I know. You know, I'm always either I'm running late or I'm last minute. So why break tradition? You know?
Let me ask this. Are you here to announce your candidacy to run for coroner? Everybody else did.
Goodness, no. But how many do we have now?
It's 7 or 8, I think, that are in that race.
I mean, is it daily that somebody like says, "Oh, I think I want"? Yeah. No, it's a bunch though.
It is. There's going to be a lot of decisions that people have to make with this election that is coming up. A lot of important offices that you have to live with for 4 years, as we know in the election that's going to be coming up in 2 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
Make those decisions right.
That's right. Do your research, make your decisions, and based on that.
Yeah.
But, you know, there is a lot of people, and I don't know them all. I only know a couple of them.
Yeah.
But it takes a special person to do that job. It's not just something that you just say, "Oh, I'm going to do this today."
Yeah, the coroner would not be my pick of the litter of any job that's out there. And it's not you're not in the spotlight a lot.
Right.
Unless it's a horrible situation.
Yeah. I would think that it's a very tough job, but it's a very important job.
Yeah.
And we need somebody that knows their stuff, you know, and that is a good, compassionate person.
Do your research on that.
Yeah.
If I had the list, I'd list everybody right now that is running for it, but I don't have it in front of me, and I'll leave somebody out if I go to mumbling it.
Or I'd call them the wrong name. You know, I'm good at that.
Whoops, I've done worse than that.
Yeah. But good morning, everybody. I see a lot of good morning, Candace, and glad to see y'all's little comments up here.
Yeah,
So,
you've been
yes.
still cutting hair?
I am. Still cutting hair. I am still busy with my son's baseball stuff. So our season is ended, and they'll start up again in a couple of months. But he plays travel baseball, so, you know, that's a busy
So y'all do
thing.
get a break to have a life during the summer?
Yeah. Yeah, we have a life all year round. But, you know.
Well, but no, that's not what I mean by that.
No, I know what you mean. It is eat, sleep, breathe. It seems
And
like
also those
baseball.
parents that do is it soccer that have to sit out there in
Yes.
like 9-degree weather with a little heater and shake?
Yeah. And we do that in baseball too. Yeah, where you singe you're so close to the heater. I think my eyebrows kind of got a little singe one time, but yeah, it's just a lot of time spent doing baseball and stuff. But we do it because we love our kids and we love to see them have fun. And I'm a yeller.
Yeah, and there's a lot of folks out there that are thinking I am the world's best, greatest concession stand worker there ever was. Mm-hmm. Doesn't that come with everything when it comes to Little League and baseball, that you got to work your time in the concession stand?
Yeah, I have not had to work in a concession stand because we go to different places. Now, if it was local, we probably would.
Yeah.
You know, we probably would.
I remember those days. And
Oh, yeah. And rec ball, they usually get some teenagers to come in there and work. But, and I will say, there's a couple of places you go, and you know how you used to go to the concession stand and you'd get some fries. And it'd be like $1, you know. Those days are gone.
What's a thing cost
A
nowadays?
hamburger was like $6.
Ooh, Candace.
I mean, seriously, at one of the places we go, super expensive. So I'm like, we're gonna jump in the car and go to the McDonald's or somewhere down the road.
Tell me this, because I didn't look close. I went out, and I ought to be ashamed about what I'm fixing to say. I went out to the new ball field that's there in West Lauderdale. Does it have concession stands already built?
It does.
Okay. I looked at the fields, and I just don't remember, but it's there, because it's 4 fields there, right?
Yes, and I think they're going to put a walking track around it, is what I've been told.
Oh, that'll be nice.
But nice restroom facilities. The only thing they don't have right now, is, well, they might have them by now, but they didn't have the bleachers, but they're going to pave everything.
That'll even be better. Them rocks are...
Yeah, it's kind of hard to walk in the rocks, but, you know, they're going to have it all paved. The parking lot, I think, is going to be paved, and the inside of the park around it's going to be paved, but, you know, it takes a lot of money, too. So there's a lot of money that's gone into that. They have raised a lot of money to go into that.
I walked by somebody when I was out there. They said, you just don't know the amount of steaks that Joe cooked.
Yeah, they raised the money, y'all. I mean, it's been a long time coming. And there's been a lot of sweat and blood and tears, I'm sure, going into that. But we're proud of it and proud to have that out there. So.
And support those. And you know, we may get more of those. And if Meridian, and you've brought this up before, in general would build something like this, a sports complex, the money that would be brought into this town. Oh,
it's an enormous amount of money that is brought into these places on a weekly basis. I mean, because they have travel ball, and when we go off, there's travel ball tournaments, and each team has to pay a certain amount to enter that tournament, you know.
Then you need a hotel. You got to eat.
Right.
And
there's people get hotels because they come in. Most everybody is from out of town.
Yeah.
So it brings in a lot of money to the restaurants, to the hotels, to the, you know, different facilities. Now, some people drive it if they're in distance, but either way, I mean, it could make a lot of money for the facility itself.
Right.
So.
Y'all can't tell it, but this is the latest bulletproof vest that can be bought in the Meridian area.
Gosh. Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's called a little satin or something. I don't know. It's blue.
Satin.
Blue.
But we've got a lot to talk about this morning when it comes to overnight things that went boom in the middle of the night. We've got a bunch of that. Before we go to break, let's talk about this. This is, we send out heartfelt condolences this morning as one of the worst things could happen in our community yesterday afternoon as we pull this up. We lost a life. And as we pull this up, we'll get in a little closer view as we go to the Dalewood area. This is going to be on Pine Drive is where this happened. To my knowledge, and I don't want to misquote it, but it had something to do with some fishing lines they were putting out, and a 51-year-old male lost his life. I think they tried to administer CPR, and they were not able to bring him back. Again,
so sad.
Yeah, I know, it breaks my heart for that to happen.
Yes.
No one knows how you would react being told how something like this. I'm scared to death of water. I am not a swimmer. Y'all know that. I only fish with people in boats that can swim and save me.
Well, it's all, you know, well, it is. It's a horrible thing.
It
Y'all
is.
pray for this family and everybody that loved this person. So, yes.
I never like getting news like that. Another thing that we need to bring up this morning, it's going to get busy up on the hill. And when I say the hill, the Evangel Temple here in just a little bit. Yes. As everything is being moved from Meridian High School, downtown Meridian, the graduation is set to begin at 9 a.m. this morning.
Mm-hmm. And this is for Meridian High?
Meridian High.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And the last I checked, somebody should let somebody know about traffic.
Yeah.
Like the people whose jurisdiction it is. Let me just say,
my son just graduated from MCC, and he did the welding program out there. It is so busy out there when there's a graduation. So get there early if you can, just a little bit, so you can find a parking space, because people were parking on the side of the road. You know, it's just. But it is a beautiful. I had never been in the.
Oh, it is
church.
Gorgeous.
It is a beautiful church, y'all. If you've never been in there, beautiful facility.
Per family, the way I'm understanding this. Now, as you read this, as to why they moved it, it was because of the threat of violence, or maybe the violence that has gone on in Meridian, and this is a way to deter it by moving it there instead of at Ray Stadium.
Right.
You will have less people. Because, you know, it's just basically as many people as you want to fit in Ray Stadium with all the seating there. But this is 7 people. We certainly hope that nothing ever goes wrong at any event like this. But there'll be checkpoints before going in. They'll be asking what you got in bags or anything like that. So be prepared if you're going for this. They're not being ugly. They're trying to protect others.
That's right.
And I want to say this. This is a church. Make absolutely sure best behavior is on.
That's right.
Is that a good way to word it?
Yeah, and, you know, it never fails because, you know, hopefully nobody would do anything
right
all the way. But, you know, you have people that push that little envelope, you know. But it's just a shame that you even have to do stuff like this.
Right.
But this is the day that we live in. So I hope everybody has a great day out there, and congratulations to all the graduates, because that is a big, big milestone.
But remember, I want to point this out again. This is not in the city. The Meridian Public Schools Police Department does not have jurisdiction where this is. Make sure, and I'm telling you, I talked to folks yesterday afternoon, make sure you contact the authorities that fits under hint, and double hint there, so they're aware and can be prepared to help out.
Yeah.
Hint. Did I say that enough?
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay. We'll be right back as we start your morning.
No matter how many times you try, and no matter where you call, Representative 81 Steve Horn won't answer the phone. We're not getting any representation in Jackson. District 81, we can do better. Vote Ben Shirley, August the 8th. Paid for by Ben Shirley.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need, with a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. Jackson Flowers has been a part of the Meridian area for a little over 60 years now. Now, they've moved to a new location on Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. You could be looking for that perfect thinking of you gift, or maybe it's just a happy you need, whether live or artificial, no matter what the need is in your family. Whether it's a birth to your time of need, Jackson Flowers is there for you. Drop in and visit with them again. Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. Jackson Flowers, for all your needs.
My mama said I need a truck because this lawnmower's the devil.
Buddy, we can do it!
Need a truck?
We can do it!
Need a van?
We can do it!
Need an SUV?
Buddy, we can do it!
Need some luxury? We've got you there too.
We can do it!
At Interstate Auto, we can do it.
Hey, you're going to say, you can do it?
You can do it.
Was that not funny in the Waterboy at the end?
Yes.
The lawnmower. You can do it.
You know, all of his movies are just silly, crazy, funny, you know.
I really like the Waterboy. Jerry Reed played such a, and then Fonzie, Henry Winkler. It just went on, and the cheerleaders that had to drink the black coffee to be able to cheer.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed, though, he has kind of the same characters in all of his movies, you know? That one guy, I don't know his name, but he's always just, I shouldn't even brought that up because I can't even explain it. Because in every movie, like the, what's the parent, one that had all the parents in it and they ended up having a big party and they were all dressed up in costumes.
The guy that was in Wedding Crashers, Vince Vaughn?
No. This I'll have to look it up on a break.
Do you remember Colonel Sanders from the Waterboy? Mama's wrong again. I love that.
You love the Waterboy.
I do. It's
I
one of those
Scotty
like
Ray's probably seen it 100 times.
Like Con Air. If it comes on, you'd feel wrong to hit the remote and go past it. You just got to set it down and watch. Like Smokey and the Bandit. If it comes on, that's one of the 3 movies that I just have to stop and let it play.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Bodyguard also. I always have to watch him save the day there.
With Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston, she drops the little thing on there and cuts the sword with the handkerchief.
Yeah. Speaking of Kevin Costner, Yellowstone
is ending.
What is the deal? Like, I mean, how long do you have to go before you start up a new season? I thought they were starting in like April or something.
It was, and it you know, and things, I don't know how many of you watch Yellowstone, but this will be the final season. This with Kevin Costner. There were some arguments went on, but it lost its flair when they made him the governor on the show.
Yeah.
It took something away from it, and it just wasn't as good, or at least up until they quit filming on that last one, it didn't have that, like before, you couldn't wait to see what was going to happen.
Yeah, and his wife in real life has filed for divorce.
That's right. Said he spent too much time away from home. Well, I hate to tell you this, he's really going to be away from home after he filed this divorce.
Yeah, I guess he is. He might be, or she might be looking for a new place to live. I don't
18 years they were married.
They
and
have a lot of
calling it
kids,
quits.
too.
Do they?
Yeah. I think there's like 4 kids, maybe. He might have even more than that. I don't know. But anyway.
Somebody needs to send him well, I'll leave that alone there.
Yeah.
Hey, we were talking during a commercial stop set there about what you can and you can't take into graduations. You were saying that sometimes you can't take purses
Yeah,
in.
it just really, you might need to check before you go to the graduation. I don't know who you check with. Maybe you could call Meridian High this morning and just ask them. I don't know if they'll allow purses brought in. I'm not sure.
Especially the bigger ones.
Right, because somebody had posted they weren't allowed at a Southeast graduation to bring in a purse. So.
Now, I know that like when you go to a concert out of town, back in the old days, no one checked your pocket. But you can't even walk in with your trusty old pocket knife.
Yeah.
They either confiscate it, you got to take it back to the car or go hide it under a bush somewhere to keep your knife.
Yeah.
So you cannot, that's not going to be allowed either, I wouldn't think.
If it's questionable, I'd just leave it in the car,
While you slept last night, let me tell you this, what happened. Boogie there, boogie there. There was a car chase in Meridian. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that. I don't know.
It shocked me. This
come
was,
out of the blue. I don't know.
28th Avenue is about where it would start. It would end up over, let's just go ahead and show you where it ended, and then we'll talk about this. Police were on the scene. As it happened, it ended at Frank Berry. And if I am not mistaken, as that car chase ended, it might have bumped a building, and then all those involved in the car thought, well, I don't want to sit here when police pull up, and then whoop, chase began.
They just took off. Huh?
They did. They didn't get very far. They were arrested and taken into custody. I don't know who's going to pay for the damage of what happened there now.
That was a bad decision.
People, but it's always, it has to be that fear of whatever you've got on your person is worth
Right.
that fleeing because you want to be caught with it.
Or you have a prior,
Little
something on
piece
your
of
record.
paper, yeah,
That
that they might want to take you downtown and take your picture again. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that might be a not so friendly ending.
It is.
So
Now, I don't care how you slice this, how you want to put this, but there was a lot of gunfire in the city limits of Meridian last night. I kept getting texts of the west side of Meridian. I hear them. I don't know the exact location. Now, some areas of points that I didn't make a diagram on. B Street last night, we had gunfire. We also had gunfire around Highland Park. 35th Avenue. Let's go ahead and let's make that spot there. We had a lot of gunfire here, 35th Avenue, 23rd Street last night. Here's Highway 493. It would be due west of there. Right across here is where all that went on. Marion Park Elementary School sits there. This would be on the west side of there. Here's Royal Road as you're coming in from State Boulevard. That's where that happened at last night. Now, no one was hurt, no one was injured in that. Let me see here. We had 45th. There was a lot of gunfire there. I actually thought somebody could have got hurt there by the amount of calls that I got, but in the end, no one was that I'm aware of.
this just saddens me so much every time we talk about that area because I grew up playing in the streets of that area. It's just my grandparents had a house over there on 50th.
Right.
And
now, you know where this is. Right up here sits Northcrest Baptist Church. This is due south of there.
Yeah.
40th Avenue, 40th Street. Gunfire there also. Busy little time there. Now,
I feel for the people, the residents that live in these areas. I've said this many times. These people, they have their homes that they've grown old in. They love where they've always loved where they live. I'm sure
Right.
now it's not such a great thing to hear all this mess going on. I mean, to be afraid to even probably go in the mailbox, it's just so sad and it's so unfair. And I wish we could get these people off the streets and
I
out of
agree.
this town.
Now, this is the area that I thought could have been a lot worse because the amount of people that contacted over me in this area of Rapid, and when I say they kept saying Rapid, it was a lot. Now, as the dust settles, it could be something there, but at the moment, I don't know of any damage. I know no one was injured, but I don't know of any damage at this point. As much went off in that area, somebody may wake up this morning and have to call the police department and say, look, my house got a my car got a bullet in it.
Right.
We'll watch that, but that area did get a lot last night. It's just we hate it.
You know, I don't know. I know a lot happens during the day, and you kind of wonder, we all at work. Where you at? Why ain't you working?
Yeah, that does cross your mind, doesn't it?
We working, paying taxes. What you doing out in the street shooting?
That's right.
Who's buying your bullets? Because,
Yeah.
so anyway.
Somebody's got a sugar daddy.
They must. I don't know. Or a sugar mama.
Sugar mama. That happens. We got a whole lot more to discuss of what's going on overnight, what's happened in the last few days. Don't rush off. You'll enjoy what we got to say.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Your local farmer knows a good deal when he sees one. The L-Series Kubota tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA and offered at Parish Kubota with 0% financing available. Come see why we're more than a tractor store at Parish Tractor.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray Candace.
Yeah, excuse me. I was looking behind me over here. I didn't realize we were popping back on.
Well, Sophie has a tendency to just come on in the studio whenever I'll leave and go to town to cover a story, and I'll come back, and Sophie, my pup, she's sitting up in my chair here, just looking around, waiting on me to come back.
I bet she's gotten, she's a miniature, I guess, or she's small.
You're talking about...
I'm thinking of the smaller
You're thinking
one.
of Ellie.
Sophie's the bigger dog.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've been gone so long, I can't even remember.
Girl, 6 months you've been gone.
Gosh, it doesn't seem like it's been 6 months.
We do have an issue with the Sophie and Ellie thing. Sophie, which is my bigger dog, she was Angie's dog when she got her. She just loved Angie. And then after I had my heart attack, she stayed with me. Me and her became buddies. And she has walked with me, done everything with me for 3.5 years now, until Ellie showed up.
Yeah.
And she ain't liking this. Ellie gets in the bed and she used to sit at the foot of the bed, and now she won't even come in there now because Ellie's in there. She's upset over it.
She is mad.
I don't know how you fix that either.
You are cheating on her.
And Ellie just wag her tail and look where you at.
Yeah. Gosh. But I remember when Sophie went through that depressed.
Oh, she was when we lost JJ.
Yeah, when the other little dog JJ passed away.
Now,
Because she was really playful before then, and then it's just, animals really do have feelings. A lot of people think, it's just an animal. No. They really have emotions and feelings
and y'all, I loved
personalities. And
little JJ. I loved him to death, but he was not smart. He was not smart at all. Now, Ellie, smart as a whip, but JJ, he lacked a few things in life. He couldn't help it. Yeah. He knew one subject, women. And it got.
I think he's got a few children
living
around the area.
And, he lost his life due to the fact that he couldn't get women off his mind. Bless his heart. Hey, we had a birthday.
Yes, we did. Rebecca Harper. Ooh. Happy birthday. Hope you're watching this morning.
Yeah, Cliff and Miss Debbie sent that. I don't have your age to tell. I'm going to have to drop by and see her today. Say, just how old are you up in here, girl?
She's old enough to know better and still too young to care.
Whew. Tell it, Wade Hayes. Now, as we mentioned, memorial service coming up Monday downtown at the courthouse at 10 a.m. We've also the new complex that we've got out by Key Field.
That's right. At 10 a.m. in the morning, they're going to have a memorial service out there. So,
hope you can make it by to support that. We had several fender benders throughout the area yesterday, and I'll bring up a few of these that we've got. Highway 19, as we always know, an accident there by Owls, right past the Rock House.
Yes.
Right there. We had another accident there. At first, everybody thought somebody might be injured, but they were okay. No major things went on with that.
It's a busy area, and you really have to watch when you pull out from that side road onto the highway.
Now, this is another one of those that always something Hardee's is, Highway 39.
Yes.
Right here is where we'll go to our next little fender bender. And let me hit that button where you can see the picture a little bit better. Meridian Fire Department, let me tell you, them boys hustle.
Goodness. You know, I had a fender bender there years ago. I think I was veering off of Highway 39 to go towards Hardee's. And you kind of have to, you know, be multitasking at that moment. You got to look this way, look that way, and make sure that the person in front of you hadn't stopped. And I think I did all of the above, except for make sure that the person in front of me had not stopped.
So a little tap?
Little tap, yeah. Was no damage to their car, but mine was. But anyway, glad everybody was okay in this accident.
Let's see here. We had another, while that wreck was going on, we had a wreck right across the street where you go get coffee over at PJ's. A little fender bender on that side. And again, both of these were just fender benders in the end. But, I mean, you could just sit and stare at one another as the police tried to show which wreck I want to go to. Now, we had a little bit more serious one as we get down, going toward the Coca-Cola plant. Highway 39 bypass, as they refer to it. This be over by Freddy's, the liquor store right there. Had a little fender bender there yesterday afternoon. And this is one of those that in the afternoon is hard to get out.
Yeah.
And don't even think that you want to cut across and go to the bank or up to O'Reilly, because it ain't happening.
The best thing to do in that area, because I got that car wash, pull to the right. I mean, pull out to the right, go down there and turn around, like come back up. It's just the safest thing to do. Mm-hmm. So.
And apparently there was a lot of folks wanting coffee over at 2810 Coffee on Highway 19. We had a, look at this as we pull this up.
Oh, my goodness.
It was cars everywhere. You're going to see this car here, and then there's a car off in the ditch to your right here as we get there.
Oh, my goodness.
So fender benders are us yesterday afternoon in the Meridian area. Any of these, I guess you call those interchanges, is that what you call them to get?
Yeah.
Chandler Road scares me.
It is. It is a scary thing. You really have to watch when you're crossing that highway, you know, any of these highways. It's just a good thing to watch because there's always that person that's not watching at all, you know, not paying attention.
And it's easy to have. We have some good news that we wanted to share. Just due south of here, as we talked to our friends at Hot Topics, Clarke County Hot Topics, there was a female, and this would have to, even I remember as a kid getting lost deer hunting one time. And this long before a cell phone was ever invented. But we had a lady get misplaced yesterday at Clarke State Park. Deputies showed up. She was found in the end okay. That don't make you feel any better when you're misplaced, though.
Yeah.
Now, also with that same breath, I want to point this out because I can remember Rob Seal, bless his heart. Man, what a good man he was. Many, many times going out to Bonita with his horse trying to find somebody that got lost out there on those trails. If you veer off, ooh, boy.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, I know a lot of people do that walking. Don't go by yourself. I don't care how
get lost
brave,
together.
Yeah, I don't care how brave you are, how much you think, oh, ain't nothing going to happen to me. Yeah, don't go by yourself.
Keep in mind. Now, another thing I wanted to point out, let's go back to Clarke County as we found out that a tractor has been stolen. We don't like that. We don't like anything to be stolen. As Clarke County Hot Topics points this out. This was County Road 210 near Beaver Dam Fire Department. Got a missing tractor there. If you happen to see that, they sure would like to have their expensive tractor that they're probably making payments on back.
You can't borrow their things without asking.
Gosh. And so many do that.
Work. Yeah, people work hard for what they got. They do not want people, you know, walking around taking their stuff. I mean,
absolutely. Coming up, we're going to take a step back and test Candace, see what she knows what happened on this date. That's all the way.
You know, my track record's not real good on that.
Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We did get an email, and as we look at this is small writing for me on a cell phone, so we have to do this. And Candace, I'll let you read that.
You got glasses on.
I know, but it's still little.
I can't see it either.
Okay.
You know,
well,
the blind leading the blind.
What we think it says is that you can bring a purse in so long as it's clear.
Clear, yeah.
Now, also on the list, it has on the other side of this of what you cannot bring. Don't be dragging your barbecue grill or your cooler up in the church.
And this is from the Meridian Public School District graduation event policy.
Yeah.
Is that
no,
right?
No balloons.
No balloons.
Duffel bags are
no coolers. That should go without saying. But anyway. But
sometimes that's why on packages it says, do not do this. Do not stick your finger in the electric socket. Those little bitty, because somebody's done it before.
Yeah. It's rules. Not everybody loves the rules, but we have to go by them. So, we don't make them. We just
pass it along.
Pass it along.
Speaking of, let me make sure before I go off on a limb here and say things I have yet. Okay, the Meridian Police Department yesterday did release a little bit more information about the shooting. I have asked twice for the press release from the Meridian Police Department.
And this is the one that happened on Poplar Springs Drive.
Right. Yeah. Now the press release really doesn't say anything, but at the same time, we did not receive it. I have asked twice to get it, once from the Meridian Police Department and once from the mayor's office. I understand that the actual press release come from Jimmy Smith's office. I've asked for it. I have not gotten it. I just checked right here. So I emailed. We sure would like to have it so the rest of Meridian would like to know about this.
That's right. People want to be informed about what's going on, especially when something like this happens, because it has everybody on edge.
Right.
You want to know, what have you found out? Have you got anybody in mind? Like, what do we need to look for?
And sure, you can stand up and go, look, there's things that I cannot say because it's under investigation. We understand that, but there's a lot of other questions that we'd like to ask during these press conferences that we don't have.
Because as you know, everybody should know it happened in the North Hills area.
Correct.
Lots of businesses in the North Hills area. A very busy place every day.
Now, I made a post yesterday of the gentleman that was released the day before from the Meridian Police Department, a person of interest that says armed, dangerous, wanted in, I think the exact wording was in the investigation in connection with a murder suspect, being a part of all of this. I posted and we had some people going, you're putting out misinformation. It's the exact wording from the Meridian Police Department. It's no misinformation. None.
So call them.
Yeah, if you don't like that, check in with them.
Right.
Now, is there going to be more arrests? I absolutely think so. This is not the only person that is involved with this. Right. We don't know how it's going to go because it is an investigation and we haven't been told anything other than they're looking for this particular person. So that's just the way it is. When we post pictures when someone is wanted. Pretty much it, and that's what's going to happen. As graduations start, there's a next step that you have to do, and that's, Meridian Community College. You want to further your education. And one of the neat things they do there, and it's always been a word, culinary. What is that? Was cooking.
Right.
You want to be on one of them TV shows, be one of them great chefs, start your own restaurant. It all begins right here at MCC. often think that even regular Joe could go take a class or two to learn how to do it.
Or if you're thinking about getting married in the future,
Yeah.
your husband would love for you to take the culinary arts technology class.
That's right. If you're single and don't know what a stove is, you're a guy going, I don't know what to do, they'll teach you down there. It's a real good. I know.
Scotty Ray, when are you enrolling?
I really need to. Because I know how to use
My
a
husband might
microwave.
think, when you enrolling?
But your husband can cook. I've eaten his food.
He can cook.
Ooh, boy.
He can
Culinary. Check it all out. MCC. That's where your future begins today, online or here locally. Walk in. See them.
They do have so many different classes that you can take. Like I said, my son took the welding class, and he liked it.
Make a lot of money off of that.
That's right.
All right, we're already at 7:35. Let's talk about what happened on this date. Let's go back to a guy that used to be, the cop on BJ and the Bear, and you've seen him in just tons of movies. Claude Atkins was born on this day back in 1926. You remember him from BJ and the Bear?
I do. Mm-hmm.
He'd pull him
What
over.
else did he play on, though? He played on some other stuff.
His face is just so familiar as you look at that. I know there's been other
He
shows.
reminds me of Walter Matthau.
I like that Walter.
Yeah, he kind of has that look.
He does have that look. One of the greatest songwriters that ever breathed breath. That's how I got to Memphis. How about Harper Valley PTA or Old Dogs and Watermelon Wine? Tom T. Hall, born on this date, the storyteller. And he really was a storyteller.
I like the Harper Valley PTA song.
I remember the year that Clayton Delaney died. Nobody ever knew it, but I went out in the woods and I cried. Just one of them. Dixie Carter, bless my heart. She was born on this day in 1939. Designing Women is where you'll know her from.
That's right. She could cut you to the bone with a smile on her face.
Now, she was married
Never
to
used a bad
Hal
word.
Holbrook, wasn't she?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She just seems so...
He was on the show with her.
Yeah.
They married in real life, yeah.
But she was just so classy.
Yeah, she was. But I used to love when she'd get riled up,
Yeah.
and really cut somebody down. If somebody was ugly to her or she needed to get a point across,
She'd get them.
she did it in a very Southern, sharp way.
Southern ladies can do that, too.
Yeah, she'd bless their heart.
There's always a woman somewhere that can tame a man, put him down to size. And, this woman done that. She got her start by singing, I'm Not Lisa. She would later marry the legend, Waylon Jennings. Jessie Colter, born on this day. What a beautiful woman she was. 1943 is when Jessie was born, and she put up with Waylon through a lot of things. 1963, you'll know this guy from all of those little crazy movies and, several others. Mike Myers, born on this date. Wayne's World. Do you remember all that?
I didn't watch Wayne's World. I couldn't take that for very long, but he is very funny. He really is.
Done some voices in Shrek, and then that the shag carpet thing.
Oh, yeah.
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yes. And he played the guy that did
Yeah.
the bald guy, yeah.
He's good. He's good. A lot of people probably don't remember this, but watching Little House on the Prairie, that little one that never talked.
Yeah.
What was
She
her
was
name?
the youngest one.
Carrie
Ingalls was her name, yeah.
Problem, I didn't know this, but the part was played by twins, and here they are. As you look at this, their name was Sydney and Rachel. They were born on this day, and they played the Ingle.
Yes.
I didn't
realize there was twins.
One of them broke their arm one season, and it made the other one have to play the part the entire year.
I wonder if she was mad at her for doing that. I didn't want to do this.
They didn't grow their fame and fortune like those other two twins did.
Yeah, the on Full House.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was a little brother too that favored them on there. I think they had,
what was his name?
I don't know. I can't remember.
She'll come to it.
Yeah.
One of the greatest gospel albums was recorded today. He would walk in the studio and do this. He would win a Grammy, the only Grammy that he ever won. And you're going, who could you be talking about? The man himself, the king. Elvis Presley recorded that one. How Great Thou Art this day. I like that.
I love that song.
Josh picked the Battle of Jericho, walked them golden stairs till I... Oh, boy, Elvis had it. As we look at this, 1977, I never went to see this. I was more on the other side there watching Bandit go eastbound and down. But the rest of the world, they went and watched this. And I said, that's okay. Yeah. Star Wars premiered today in 1977.
There's a lot of Star Wars fans out there.
Oh, boy.
There are. I mean, they loved it.
And
I just wasn't a big sci-fi person.
I still don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
That
The
wasn't me.
lightsaber.
I was more of the James Arnaz.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, different lifestyles of what people. And this brought about this in 1979, and I know this was big. Kind of spooky to a degree. Sigourney Weaver, I think, is the one that was in the movie. Anybody remember Alien?
I watched snippets of that and cut it off because I couldn't take it. Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't my thing either. I have to agree with you.
I can't.
Let's see. 1977, as I missed a year here and putting all this in, a lot of people would cry today, and they were all upset over it. The Brady Bunch ended today.
I did watch this now. I watched it a lot.
You know, that was in the news this week to where the girl that played Cindy was saying, "What? None of that true about Greg and Mom on the show. He just went out with her once."
Oh.
Yeah. You go on thinking that, Cindy. Good thought there, Cindy.
But that ruins it for me, though. To think that the mama on the show and the son on the show was in real life really having a little...
Florence Henderson said in an interview that she treated him very nice, and they went out to dinner once, and she said he had a crush on me, and she treated it very gently. While the rest of America goes, sounded good, but we know the truth.
Right.
We don't really know what went on behind the scenes, but there's been speculation for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this poor guy caught it from a girl named Flo for many years. A lot of ladies love the necklace, the hairy chest from the kitchen. Male. Vic Tayback passed away on this date back in 90.
I used to watch Alice.
She breaks down in Phoenix, Arizona, and gets a job there. And, yeah.
I will say, hairy chest, kitchen, not a good combination. Just saying.
Probably not. So she's telling all you ladies to go shave, is what she's telling you.
That's right.
1996, who was on the cover of TV Guide? None other than Heather.
Heather Locklear.
Going back for a different hairstyle on that back in the 90s. I've always been used to the long hair.
I've always thought she was really pretty.
She was. Just talented. We would also... I don't think they ever showed it in the last show, Over the Fence, did they? They didn't break their tradition, did they?
I don't think they did.
It ended today.
Wilson. What's his name? Wilson.
Tim who was the girl that played the helper in the show?
Oh, Heidi. Was on the show, her name was Heidi.
Yeah, and I don't remember the blonde-headed girl.
Oh, I'm thinking of you're talking about
on the
one
actual
that was on Baywatch too.
Yeah, her. She'd help him out on the little TV set there. Tim the Tool Time, bring him a measuring stick.
I can't remember. I was thinking of the dark-haired girl.
But Al Al was funny in his own way.
Yeah.
Kind of dry.
He's been on a few. I'm surprised you hadn't seen him. Hallmark movies.
He has been.
Yeah.
I have seen that. Angie makes me watch all that stuff. He owned a Christmas tree farm or an inn or something the last time I saw him.
Kurt hates Hallmark. He hates it, but I love it.
It's the same story. It's somebody rich that doesn't work, that comes to town to take over a small mom and pop business, and the next thing you know, they have a torrid affair and they save the business.
Right.
Same thing.
Or the girl that's going, to a business trip gets stranded.
Yes,
in the town. Her car breaks down, and
Look, if you're 45 and ain't married yet, the chances of you finding somebody in a small town overnight are slim. But they make it happen on there.
Yeah.
And them same actors get remarried and remarried and remarried.
Oh, I know. But I love it still. It gets me in the Christmas spirit. Around Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, they have the fall type, Hallmark movies where they have pumpkin patches and all that.
Right. So I like it. Did you fall for, when you were single? Did you watch those shows and hope that you bump into Mr. Right down at the laundromat like that?
No.
I was just asking.
No, I love watching stuff like that. I think it's it's good to watch, but chances of that happening in real life kind of slim pickings.
Even at 6 years old, when I was homesick from school and I flipped on to watch Match Game, I figured something. He was a little different than everybody else. Charles Nelson Riley passed away on this date back in 2007.
What would you call him? Flamboyant?
That was the exact word I would use.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say there. He was just
prissy.
Different.
Yeah.
Funny. He was.
Yeah.
I don't know what he ever done other than a game show. If he was in a movie, I never saw him. And who was the
though.
chick, the older lady that was also on there that sounded like she smoked all the time and wore the sunglasses that sat in the box over?
Like her name on it.
Yeah, she was just rough.
Yeah.
Rough. Scotty Ray Candace, good morning to you. Put a smile on. We'll be right back. Dr. John Line and Dr. Jennifer Dooley have expanded their services when Dr. Cook retired last year. Advanced Vision Center is located on the 5th floor of Anderson's Medical Tower. Now, they bring experience in the most advanced technology to the Meridian area, whether it's your first off that exam. And all of your text messages are blurry now. Advanced Vision Center knows how important your eyes are to you. After all, they are your windows to the world. Call today for an appointment. 601-553-2100.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
I'm Chris Bullock, and I'm a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. As a former Meridian Police Department cadet and Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office Ranger, public safety will always be a top priority. As Supervisor, I'll stand with our brave law enforcement officers and promote law and order. I'll approve funding for necessary personnel, training, and equipment to ensure professional service and safer community. I ask for your prayers, and I ask for your support.
Paid Political by friends of Chris Bullock. Well, our friends at Snowden Company invite you by when it's that time. Well, a lot of people don't do this but once or twice in their life, but some folks do it a lot more than that. Looking for that perfect dream home? They've got it for you at Snowden Company. They'll find it. Maybe it's land that you want to build that dream home. They've got that. Speak to Jeremy. He's one of the latest that's joined the team there out at Dalewood. You can go on out anywhere out in the county. Maybe you want to go to Clarke County. Maybe you want to go to Newton. They do all this, even over to the Jackson area. We've talked about it. Online, SnowdenRealEstate.com. Drop in, visit them. Find out what true friends are. They'll help you with all that paperwork. There's a heap of it now. When you get down to the bank, and they'll go, this is what this really means. Because it's usually in a language that you go, huh?
They'll take a big load off of you.
Yes. See Amanda, any of her friendly staff. They'll help you right here in the Meridian area. And again, that number 453-3937. Call them today. Let them help you get going. Oh, we got some explanations. The woman with the glasses from Match Game that was real deep was Brett Summers.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whatever become of her, but I do remember her face as a kid watching that little box there.
I will say there's several people that say they like Terry Shelton says he is man enough to admit that he likes the Hallmark Channel. Yeah.
The only time I like it's when I'm forced. And the first man, and I'm going to go ahead and get him in trouble because he shouldn't have known this too quick. He did. He pointed out it was Pam Anderson that done this. Chris Branning, shame on you watching from Texas today. Your wife knows everything that you do now. But the things that go on there, those were the days. Tim the Toolman, I really liked that show.
Oh, yeah, I loved it too. I like to watch the new one he's on, Last Man Standing.
That is a pretty good show.
I think it's pretty funny, yeah.
And it's Christian based. And it just got canceled.
He's real conservative on there. That's a real conservative based type show, I guess you'd say.
Right.
But anyway, it's funny.
So let's see what else we got shaping up. 3 JPD officers, and when I say JPD, Jackson police officers, have been indicted related to a death of someone that was in custody. So we'll follow this story and see where this leads out of Jackson, Mississippi. National news headlines are picking this up everywhere.
Did they ever get the garbage type thing?
That ain't never
wraps over there.
Or the water situation.
Oh, yeah, the water. It's a mess, isn't it?
Our garbage with the one garbage can really isn't working out too hot here either. At least that's what I hear on the streets when I'm out and about. People not real happy with that. Do you remember the wreck we had a few weeks ago up on Highway 16 with the chickens everywhere?
Yes.
They had that situation in Jackson yesterday.
Oh, gosh.
Chicken truck. There's chickens everywhere. I'll never forget that.
They were like, "We getting out of here."
Chickens. I don't know how many chickens were lost in that incident, but it was a pretty massive little fender bender there for a while there. We had being a police officer, and I am pro-police 100%. I feel for these guys and their job that they do every day. You never know when you knock on that door what you're going to face.
Or these family members who, they're like a wife whose husband is a policeman. I mean, when you say goodbye in the morning, I've got friends that their husband are police officers, and you just never know what the day is going to bring.
Columbia, Mississippi is the scene yesterday where a deputy done just that, knocked on the door to serve a warrant. Well, the gentleman there didn't want to have any part of that. A gun was pulled, and one person was fatally shot when they pulled a gun on police. We don't know the details of what all went on behind the scenes. They hadn't released all of that, but you've got a deputy that had to make that decision of my life or his life.
Right.
And that has to be a tough one there. And if y'all remember the scene of the video that we had put up as the police officers came out of the hotel here in Meridian, the living center, and the gentleman, the cop, was breaking down. Had to take someone's life. That's a lot to live with. You'll forever know that.
That's right. I mean, I just can't even imagine what you on a daily basis go through after that. I mean, it's just.
Any of you go to Stark Vegas, ball games and things like that, and you think, well, I ain't going to do all that walking. I'm dragging my golf cart up there. Well, if you do, you better go register it, because you've got to have it registered to be riding it up there in Stark Vegas. Drop by and see them at the police department. They'll tell you more about it. If not, there'll be a little guy behind you.
Writing you a little ticket.
Right on his golf cart.
That's right. He'll get you a little citation.
Kind of be like the mall cop thing. I did not like that movie. I didn't like it either, really. I thought it was going to be really funny because I thought he was pretty funny. And then it was a letdown. It was.
It was. But yeah, talking about the golf cart having to be registered, I guess it would be considered just like a car.
Yeah.
If you have it on the street,
Now, you can have it on the actual streets of Stark Vegas, but you can't put it on the highways like 12 and all of those. They don't want to remind you of that. But if you're going to be going to the ball games and scooting around, and that's a big thing in Florida.
Yeah. I mean, it is a long way to walk. I've gone to ball games where you have to park way off and walk. And
it's kind of like our golf cart. When the chickens see it, they come running because they know there's something on it to eat. Good morning. We'll be right back.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service, convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clarke, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
If you're building or remodeling your home and finally getting around to that to-do list, before you spend your hard-earned money anywhere else, do yourself and your pocketbook a favor and check out the huge selection available at Southern Pipe and Supply. They have a large showroom on Highway 39 North in Meridian. You can check out the large selection of tubs, showers, sinks, and faucets. Southern Pipe for all of your heating and air conditioning system upgrades, along with standby generators in preparation for storm season. And we're local, Southern Pipe and Supply.
Spring is in the air at the Neshoba County Co-op, located at 338 West Main Street, downtown Philadelphia. If you're looking for that perfect flower for your home or getting ready for a garden, whether it's butter beans, peas, or tomatoes, they've got it all there. The fishing calendar says it's great at the Neshoba County Co-op, whether you're bass fishing or if you're out for crappie. From new rod and reels to getting the exact lure, or maybe that worm that you're hunting. Grab a pole and go fishing today. And let's not forget about turkey season. And remember, all roads lead to the Neshoba County Co-op.
What drives us may be different, but what we share is the pursuit. Whether taking on the job site or your own backyard, let the pursuit of the perfect cut begin. Steel zero-turn mowers are here. Real Steel. Find yours.
Welcome back. And if you need something done to your automobile, our friend Chet is the one there. He does paint. Boy, he puts mirrors back on. He replaces windshields and even takes out dents and dings if you've got some hail damage there. It's kind of like Humpty Dumpty. If it looks like this, he'll put it all back together and put it for you back on the road there. They'll help you with the insurance work, do all that stuff. Right there in the curve, you can't miss it. If you're going fishing at the reservoir, you've passed by his place before. It used to be the old cotton gin years ago.
Yeah, they have got it fixed up, added a new building.
See there, visit him today. That's Chet, 737-2961. Anything to do with your car. Painting it, fixing it, getting it all back together there. Let's see here. Don't forget the onions are being sold. Our friends over in Marion at the Shriners. If you're looking for some great onions, they've got them out there. It's on the billboard. Drop in and get you a bag of onions now.
That's
we
right.
Got a post about all of that also.
That's right. And I want to mention, too, coming up on June the 10th, the Fleet Reserve is going to have a barbecue plate fundraiser. It's going to be $10 a plate, and you have your choice of chicken quarter or pulled pork with 3 sides and a dinner roll. So I'm sure this will be brought up again before then, but y'all keep that in mind, June the 10th.
We don't have but about a minute, and we're just going to quickly bring this up. Have you seen the new swimsuits with the little tuck area?
I have. This just really makes me hot under. If I had a collar on, it'd be burning up underneath. You know.
And we're talking about Target is who we're talking about that offered the
tuck friendly is what they call it.
For guys that want to wear a ladies swimsuit. I didn't know there was a such thing in this world, but now I do, and I cannot erase that. And I even looked at the picture and thought, why did I do that? So I won't give you the picture of the tuck-friendly ladies swimsuit.
You can look it up.
It's
really
mercy.
Ridiculous. I tell you what bothers me the most, if you're an adult and you want to do whatever you want to do, that's your business.
That's correct.
That's your business. But when you go in a store and they have children's clothing that is also the same tuck friendly, whatever you call, they have that, and it also states all this stuff on it that to me that's grooming children.
It is,
and I don't agree with it. And I've always loved Target, but I kind of like.
And we've got to go. We'll see you back in the morning, beginning at 8 a.m.
That's right. Y'all have a wonderful day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: